Hello, everyone. I'll, of course, start off by saying that something, I mean, you've probably all already seen what has happened in the United States with regards to Charlie Kirk. So I do hope, I do hope he pulls through. So please don't write anything in the chat comments that you might regret later. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Hopefully he does pull through. A miracle is definitely needed here. So yeah, other than that, we'll talk, of course, about some stocks. The market is closing in 12 minutes. Right now, this is the current state of the market. So we did go a bit further down for some of the names. For some of the names, CoreWeave is still up significantly, still up 17%. Plat Digital is up 11. Iron is up 9.6. Nebius did come down back into negative territory. NVIDIA is up 3.8. Duolingo is actually doing quite well. Duolingo is at 4.3, up 4.3, unless some other company wants to launch a translation service. Maybe that might pull Duolingo down. AMD is still up 2.2. Micron is up. Palantir is up. Bitmine is up as well. Amazon is down, which is quite interesting because I did see that the trade desk is down as well, but the trade desk is down because Microsoft and Netflix actually, I think, signed an agreement for the advertising business. So that's quite interesting. Oracle is still up 37%. Oracle is still up 37%. Who's down the most today? Come on. It's still Amazon. Yeah, PayPal is down 3.3. PayPal is down 3.3. It's crazy. I don't know. Nothing a company specific, and if it's because of yesterday's Alex Chris thing, I don't know. It's very strange. Jose, hello.
Hello, sorry for being late. I was recording a video and it took a little bit longer and I couldn't stop.
No problem. The Oracle $300 billion OpenAI stuff?
Yeah, a little bit of everything. That, the Nebula stuff. I haven't talked about NVIDIA's new GPU that they announced about a day ago. So that was also something I had to discuss. So I think those were the three topics on the video.
And people can go watch it later, or
Later
is it
today.
live?
Yeah,
Later,
later today. I still have
later
to
today.
edit.
Later today. Um, but yeah, CoreWeave is still up 18% right now. Do you think that this, wait, let's see. Do you think that this is one of the main reasons also?
Um, yeah, I mean, I think so, Neil. Right? I think I I I, I did expect most of the RPO to did come from the Stargate project. Uh, from especially since they mentioned 4.5 gigawatts expansion in June or something like that with Oracle. Um, so it is crazy to think about most of the RPO is coming from one customer. So obviously, if you have that one customer fail, things can go pretty south. Do I think OpenAI is going to fail anytime soon? I don't think so. I think the market is going to continue to throw money at them. Uh, I, with CoreWeave, I think you have the two things. Obviously, you have CoreWeave working with OpenAI. So you could have, I wonder if investors are expecting Oracle to now work with CoreWeave since you have that partnership with OpenAI. The other thing I believe, is just the overall landscape from Oracle, from Nebius, is just that AI compute is still constrained. You need to have a lot of cash available to be able to build AI infrastructure. And right now, in forms of biggest power opportunity, CoreWeave is still ahead. So I wonder if you're just getting a little bit more excitement from that as well.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, $300 billion. Where's that money coming from, right?
You they talk about the $500 billion Stargate project. I wonder if 300 billion of that 500 billion is included here, right? And then the other 200 billion is just the AI infrastructure build out. Um, I'm gonna guess yes. I'm gonna guess the part, and then the real question is where's that coming from, right? Neil, where's that coming?
Yeah.
But I do think the 500 billion did already include the $300 billion in cloud compute that they would be renting out.
So the question again is who who's paying?
I don't know. That's the ARM is paying. Um,
You mean SoftBank is paying?
it's SoftBank. Yeah, SoftBank is paying. Um,
Uh, Thanks, Roberto, for the super chat. Yeah, I mean, OpenAI's revenue is $12 billion. That's of course going to grow, but they did say that they expect to burn way more cash in the upcoming years. But even with that cash burn, I don't know. There is quite probably banks get into these deals, co-financing, um, maybe the country, because 300 billion, OpenAI doesn't have that money, Oracle doesn't have that money. Um, so yeah,
yeah, and that's why, Neil, I think one thing that Oracle at least did for us as simple people is they gave us the guidance for the yearly basis for the next 4 to 5 years. So we
Mhm.
do have that roadmap, that trend line that we can follow. So if it ever breaks out of that trend line, then we can say things aren't as going as well. But yeah, so I think now it's just the moment of obviously. I agree with Roberto, right? Kind of concerned with open. I mean, I think this is still part of that Stargate project. Um, so it's just something we're gonna have to look into throughout the
Yeah, I mean,
upcoming quarters.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, OpenAI won't generate a profit until 2029. They expect to lose $44 billion before doing so, and I think they expect to burn even more than that from the most recent report. So, I mean, this is definitely good for for the core weaves, the applied digitals, the irons, the Nebius out there because yeah, people need capacity. People need capacity. People will need more and more, and they'll probably reach out to these companies. I just don't see how else this is going to happen. Of course, OpenAI and all of that, they'll of course develop their own. But if they want to grow fast and if they need too much, they'll probably ask some of the other players out there.
Uh, and for me, Neil, even to think about it, what was the them 300 billion that their OpenAI is going to spend, right? Let's just say it's not false. Even if it's like 180 billion, I think regardless is still very bullish for the CoreWeaves, the Applied Digitals, the all these infrastructures. So they still need that massive amount. Now, if that 180 doesn't really, or that 300 billion doesn't really move to the 300 billion, I think the biggest loser would be Oracle for sure, because they already promised that. Now, but I think regardless, even if they miss, it would still be, even if it's still growing, I think that's what I'm looking at. Just the overall growth terms still happening. And that is still, at the end of the day, bullish, in my opinion, for your Nebias, for the Core Weaves, for the Irons, or whatever.
Yeah, because I think they will get deals and contracts no matter what. Like it does, if it's whether it's OpenAI, whether it's Oracle, or it's Microsoft or Meta or whatever, someone will come. So they're not as concentrated as an Oracle, for example. Now,
Do you think Microsoft's, if this does come true truth, that $300 billion, do you think Microsoft CEO kicks himself in the back for not following through with OpenAI? Because the only reason the only reason OpenAI is with Oracle is because Microsoft said, "Look, you're asking for too much money. I can't do it. I can't do it. Go find another sugar daddy." And it did. It found sugar Uncle Larry. Um, but
although
5 years,
Microsoft still wins because they own.
yeah, but they would have the amount, it would have been like a leverage win, right? If they would have stayed with OpenAI and they built this infrastructure, they would have grown their cloud dramatically. So I wonder if 5 years, if Microsoft's decision to be a little bit more conservative is the reason Microsoft isn't the biggest company in the world in 5, 6, 7 years from now.
Yeah, maybe. But then again, I mean, Microsoft, I mean, we just read earlier today, Microsoft and Anthropic is something that's developing. I believe Grok is also available on Azure. So I think Microsoft just wants to diversify. But yes, I think they would have loved to be included in the
Yeah,
Stargate
because that
project.
300 billion would have been them. It would have been the Azure. It wouldn't be there wouldn't been no Oracle growth. It would have been all through Azure. Of that $300 billion of RPO. They still get some RPO. They still obviously get a nice amount of contracts from OpenAI. But by them deciding not to spend all the money, you see 300. If it happens, you see $300 billion go to some other player.
Correct. But Microsoft is still a great company.
Yeah, 100%,
Yeah.
100%.
Thanks for the super chat, SJ. What do you think of Vertiv and Cadence as AI play for long term as AI keeps growing? I mean, of course, the different companies. It's they're definitely AI winners, I would say. But the thing, like we've talked about it yesterday as well. Yesterday or maybe this morning, I can't remember. We've been on a roll with the live streams recently.
Sure.
Because I mean, you can pick winners with AI or you can pick multi-baggers with AI. And I mean, we've said before that we have our big players, winners, the big tech ones, and we're now choosing to go with the multi-bagger ones, the core weaves, the Nebius, the Iron, things like that. Vertiv Cadence, yes, AI is a tailwind for them. Is it a multi-bagger type of position? It's potentially a market-beating position, yes, but I don't think you will find a multi-bagger with those two companies. That's not to say they're not good, but to have a multi-bagger, you need to be either very early or the company has an insane amount of tailwinds.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Neil. I think these both Cadence and Vertiv are going to be market beaters due to the tailwind and the demand of AI solutions. But like we talked again, I don't similar. I don't look, Neil.
What is this?
It's my my kid's little my I forget what they call
Maracas?
it. Yeah, maracas.
But I think the
Ding
noise
ding ding ding
canceling
ding ding
thing.
ding.
I
Oh,
think
did
the
it
noise.
stop it?
Yeah.
Lame. Ding 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 ding.
Markets are closed
It's closed.
for the Amit refugees that don't get it. This is our cowbell. It's
Ding
the
ding
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 ding.
ding ding dong. Um,
Um, but y- great day market right now. But like I was saying, right, I think these are going to be market beaters. Can they be market multi-baggers? If so, maybe like a two bagger or so. I still believe they're going to expect it, but we build our base on maybe market beaters. We are like our Googles, maybe our Nvidias and stuff like that. Now I'm hungry for those multi baggers.
Correct. Correct. And the reason we say this is, again, to clarify, is because we have already our stable big tech, very profitable
Hmm.
companies in
Yeah.
our portfolio. Like we are not some degens that only have small caps. Of course we do. Of course we do. We do
Of
hope to see
course.
you. We do hope you transform from a refugee into a citizen of the breakfast of the breakfast show country. Um, but yeah, I'll give you a green card for us. Green card for a green market.
They want a new Lambo. I wish. Um,
But let's see who's
but
red. Amazon's red.
yeah.
Apple's red. PayPal is down 3%. That's, I don't know. I don't know what's, maybe some news will come out, but other than that, I don't know what the heck was going on there. Oscar did recover a little bit, down now only 2.8, I'd say. Nebius did close out down 2.4 after being above $100 actually. Meta is down 1.5, Rocket Lab 1.7, SoFi also down 1.7, Uber 1.3, Robinhood also down today 0.9, United Health down a little bit, Google and HIMS also point 0.2.
Yeah.
Not
And,
not such a
and
big deal.
June definitely brings a good one here. It's definitely one of the biggest losers today. I think it was down. Last time I checked, 33%. I don't know where we're at
Yeah,
right
I'll pull
now.
it up.
The software, I haven't read, June, I'm going to be honest, I haven't read their earnings just yet. On a top level approach, it would be very rare for me to expect this earnings was a market breaker for the stock. That is game over for Synopsys. I mean, it's pretty much a triopoly. When is that when it's three of them? You have kind of your Cadence, your
Monopoly,
Synopsys,
duopoly, triopoly. Yeah, maybe.
triopoly, and then the other one I forget. This the European company that does a lot of things. They do. Um, well, there's another one, but there's three
Who?
players here.
Siemens?
Yes. That's those are pretty much the three running most of it. The kind of EDA market. I don't think you're gonna whatever happened this quarter. I don't think it's the end for this company. Um, I'm gonna look at the earnings, but if I was a gambling man, which I am, I think this would be it most likely seems like buy the dip. I mean, this is Synopsys is a killer in this space. Um, again, unless something crazy happened during the earnings call and management went bazooka crazy, that's a whole different story. But if everything is still in line, triopoly is that? I guess I was right. Thank you. Um,
Let me actually see. Let me actually pull up. Maybe it was just too expensive, and if guidance is disappointing, then you just get crushed, right? Um,
yeah, I mean the soft for them the chip software market tends to always be expensive. I normally see them trailing 12 months of like 40 to 50 PE ratios for the software space. They tend to be gaining earnings per share. But yeah,
there was also an acquisition I'm seeing of Ansys. So cash flow from operation is expected to be approximately 1.13 billion, and free cash flow approximately 950 million, which is lower than the prior expectations due to the reduced revenue and the interest impact of cash utilization and additional debt of the acquisition. Um, I just think that guidance was
in
weak and the market did not like it.
June mentioned Roberto coming in. Are you YOLOing it? But contracts came in slower. Uh, I mean, there could be a nice tailwind here with artificial intelligence, right? You're getting more chip design and more circuit design. It's not just about chip design, right? You also have circuit designs. And if AI is really as crazy as we think it is, you're going to start to have implementations on a lot of IoT solutions All those are going to need some form of redesign process of some engineering team working behind it. So I think there's a tailwind there, even if right now maybe we might be a little bit slower with it. I think there's a tailwind there, and it's at its April lows, right?
Yeah, it's back to April. Like it's crazy how it went
When
like,
it was game over.
we.
I think it's an overreaction. Obviously, in the short term, you can see a little bit more pressure, but just based on the strength of this company.
Quick thank you for that super chat, Leon. Which catalyst do you see as being the most important for SoFi next leg of growth? Just continued growth. I think the market. By the way, the market still expects SoFi to miss their own EPS guidance for next year, which they think will come at the midpoint 67 cents EPS 2026. Market still believes it will coming at, I think, 55 cents or something like that. So that's still crazy. So just from that multiple expansion, you might say, we can go up. But the business loan platform business should continue to grow rapidly. Lending segment should continue to grow rapidly. Um, Galileo, the tech platform, we know that in Q1 26, we're going to see deals that we have not seen in Q1 2025. So the year-over-year comparisons there are going to be quite easy to beat. Um, and so, yeah, that's basically what I think will happen, because this company has been executing flawlessly. Um, this company has been executing also quite good since Alex Chris came in. It's just that the stock sucks. And I do hope, I really do hope that Alex Chris does log into his X account and he sees my tweet, and then they start accelerating the buyback, because this is unacceptable. Unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
I mean, the shareholder yield here is now 11 point something percent. They can buy back almost 10% of the company at the current buyback rate, which is insane. And yeah, either Alex Chris buying shares or PayPal accelerates buybacks. I think that should send a pretty big message to Wall Street. But we'll see what happens. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the heck that was all about. Vlad yesterday during the Hood Summit coming in a full tracksuit of an F1 driver. I don't know. Is Robinhood sponsoring an F1 team next year, or because I know Revolut is going to sponsor an uh, an F1 team, so maybe Robinhood feels left behind and they want to do it as well, which would be would be quite something. Would be quite something.
There was another one, a question here from Johnny. Neil Jose, are you in any Chinese AI companies or any exposure? I don't individually. No, I don't know if any of the ETFs that I might, but individually, I do not own any um, AI companies in the Chinese space. But I do know Neil has this one in his market, which is kind of focused. They do have their clouding business, right, Neil? So you can kind of
Yeah,
say it kind of grows with the AI growth demand over there.
correct. It's actually it's accelerating in growth. I think it grew 26% last quarter. Um, yeah, no, it's been doing quite well. Who still use PayPal today? Over 430 million people. Plus, don't forget that Venmo is part of PayPal as well. Braintree is something that you as a user do not see, but sometimes when you pay at stores, you might be using, or the store might be using Braintree, which of course is also part of PayPal. Um, Apparently, someone is spamming us about Tencent.
I've never seen it. I mean, I know Tencent. Back when I used to invest in Chinese companies, Tencent was one that I
Hmm.
really liked. Um, I don't know. It just started. I like. I don't know. I just like being able to understand the culture and kind of see it world like firsthand with a lot of these
Yeah,
stuff. So that's again one of the main reasons I stepped away from Chinese companies, because obviously it's a whole different culture over there, and whole different evolution in technology as well. And consumer demand and consumer reaction is different. So for me, it became more of a guessing game, I guess, for me. And sometimes I like that on the boots style. And I'm here on the United States. So
you mean
a lot of
on the
United States coming
boots
in.
So it's a new one, boots on the ground.
Boots on the ground. Thank you, thank you. That's what you come to these channels.
This is thanks to Duolingo. I know how to speak. Um,
Bullish Duolingo.
yeah, no, but Tencent is a different type of beast. Like because they own stakes in so many companies, um, like a Alibaba or a Baidu or a JD's or Pinduoduo. Is you actually know exactly what you're
Yeah,
going to buy.
a lot of
Um,
gaming companies.
yeah, exactly. I mean, Epic Games, right? Tencent holds,
Yeah,
I think, I don't know how much of Epic Games. So I am holding Alibaba. Yes, I bought it late last year. I think I'm one of the few investors that are actually green on this thing. Um, but yeah, I am an Alibaba shareholder. Uh,
do we have any earnings today? Anything good?
no, today I don't know any company that reports today. Tomorrow is there's Adobe.
Yeah, I don't know anything today.
Can
They
you buy
all
Revolut? No, because Revolut does not plan to go public anytime soon. But maybe you could be buying Revolut on the Revolut app. That
uh,
would have been something. What the hell, Neil? Are you using PayPal or Venmo in Belgium? You don't really see how this business is degrading. Venmo is not available in Belgium, so no. But I am using PayPal. Yes, if I buy things online, if there's PayPal available, poof, PayPal. Or if I have to send money to people, I can use.
June
Hello,
left
June.
me.
Hello. I'm pretty sure in 2 seconds you'll have Hi Jose's chat as well. Um, the business is degrading? No. I mean, if you open the quarterly earnings, the business is actually not degrading. Otherwise, I would not have held shares. I am sometimes stupid, but I'm not that stupid to own shares of a company that's degrading.
So, but yeah, it's funny here in the US. Some of my friends still use PayPal, so I have to still ask, you want PayPal or Venmo? Um, but
Which is the
it's
same.
yeah. So it's the same, and I don't. It's either one of those.
Yeah, and now actually, because that sucked previously, that PayPal and Venmo did not even talk
Oh
to each
wow,
other.
Trade
Um,
Desk is taking a
yeah,
back. Wow.
a beating. Well, okay, now this was the earnings report. This was today, which was down 11%, and I think it's because of the Amazon Netflix advertising um,
Mm,
thing
and
that
yeah,
came out today. Which
and I know during earnings, some people were complaining.
yes,
Were thinking about the Amazon threat too.
exactly.
Hmm. Interesting. Interesting. What is the market cap of Trade Desk? Is it sub 20, $30 billion company, or is it higher than that? If it's sub 30, I gotta look
Now
into
it
it.
should be now it's 22.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, but it becomes less interesting if the threat of Amazon is actually very real and they downplayed it.
Yeah.
Um,
Let's see. We got some questions here coming in. Um, did you see the IPO? I don't even, what is this company? Am I supposed to know this company?
yes, you're supposed to know this. It's a
Oh
European
my God.
company, but it's buy now
Okay,
pay
never
later.
mind. That's why. No boots on the ground.
It's a buy now pay later company. It went
Bom,
public
bom.
today at $45.80, I believe. The price they wanted to go public at was 33.35 or something. So a little jump, but not the crazy jumps that we've seen with previous IPOs, which means we can now check what Affirm did today, because that's also buy now pay later company, and they're down 4%, which then leads me to think that maybe PayPal is down 3% because of that as well. Because believe it
The
or
overall
not,
market.
fintech, uh, fintech slash buy now pay later related companies. Because for those that don't know, so those that think that PayPal is dying, um, PayPal's buy now pay later business, according to Alex Chris, which is the CEO, he said it yesterday, it generated $30 billion in TPV, which is total payment volume, last year, and that's growing above 20%. And that's without them actually pushing that product, which is crazy. Because $30 billion in TPV is, I think, close to the level of Affirm, and Affirm's whole business is buy now pay later.
They should change it to Fintech AI and get that AI boost. All I'm saying.
PayPal
What?
AI. Bing.
um, qu- got a question here, Neil Jose Najarro. Make or break for Adobe here. Their past results were all good. I think right now, just the software market, unfortunately, no matter how good earnings are, you will, if you have right now, the biggest thing with companies like Adobe and anybody in the generation of image, content creation, or coding, you have the fear of AI. And even if you do well one earnings, you're like, okay, look, AI didn't kill you this quarter, but I know it's going to kill you next quarter or the quarter after that. So even with strong earnings, I still think the sentiment towards AI is pretty scary. Um,
Almost choked on
uh,
my water
yeah.
here.
So I mean, you can even see it in a lot of semiconductor companies, AMD, right? At one moment, you kind of had, I think you have it in your charts if you want to pull it up. You know, you had it the moment where it was the next Nvidia, then it was like no longer the next Nvidia, and now it's kind of like maybe we're back at it. So I trend
I even
does
wrote
matter.
it.
Yeah, the trend does matter for a lot, and I think right now the trend and the sentiment on AI on software is still a little scary. The scary thing is we don't know what would shift that trend. Is this the quarter that Adobe finally shifts that sentiment and that trend? I don't know. But long term, I think Adobe will be fine.
I just I don't see how they miss, because they don't miss earnings. That's the thing. Um, beat, beat. They always beat. So it's all about sentiment. It's all about sentiment, and the way I guess management will push the message that AI is a tailwind and not a headwind for them, and how AI is making the business better. I know they came out with their ARR for AI, whatever, that's only 200 and something $1 million for them for the year, which is nothing compared to the billions of dollars that they generate. Um, and so yeah, it's very cheap. Okay, let's face it, it's very cheap. And so I cannot see how this thing gets destroyed tomorrow. I can see how it doesn't move, but the risk reward here definitely um, favors the reward, in my opinion. Jose
Uh,
Najarro stocks.
yeah,
Jose
some people
Najarro
were
stocks.
I see
Line.
were
Neil Couch Investor.
what are you, an AI reading something? Neil's an AI robot that I've created. Um, that's what he sometimes means to me. Uh,
I glitch.
but
Sometime I glitch.
I saw some people in both chats asking who the other person was. So
Yeah, the
I
bot
just
here is me, and the other bot is is Jose below. um,
um,
Saint, no, I probably missed your comment about Rubric, but I did miss this one. Rubric is down today, also 11. Every time the same thing. 11. Wow, wow. When we left the stream this morning, it was down 10%. I don't know what happened during the day, but it's down 18%. It's down 80%. It's getting closer to that 200-day moving average here at $75, or the $80 here, which was previously also a type of rebound area. Um,
am I
it was a
supposed to
good.
know this company?
It went public last year. Cybersecurity,
Got it. Thank you.
fast growing company, actually, that puts themselves in the middle compared to the CrowdStrike, Palo Altos, and the cloud service providers and all of that. It's a very interesting. I only dug into it once, very quickly. It's a very interesting company that, I mean, it became cheaper. It became cheaper now, and I've shown this morning how all of the analysts were quite positive on the name with their price target and with their comments. So might be an opportunity for those that always wanted to open a position. Of course, it can go lower. This is just a daily candle, so maybe check your chart specialists, and maybe a rebound around $75 could be something. Could be something.
Did I ignore something completely? Did you say something to me? Was it something nice? I'm gonna expect it was something nice.
I didn't say anything,
Thank you. Appreciate it, Neil. All right, next question here.
but
There was a question.
you probably ignored the fact that I already talked about Rubik this morning. That could be triggered.
That's yeah, that makes more. I think that I think that might be it. Um, Neil, I'm going to play this question both ways, both for CoreWeave and Nebius. Still a buy here, or should we wait for a pullback? I got in at 90. Let me. I'm going to talk for both CoreWeave and Nebius because I think a lot of people like both right now. I've personally built my position now in CoreWeave. Now, for me, this is just dollar cost averaging very lightly. If we get a pullback back below 100, I'll buy a little bit heavier. But I do think these are multi-baggers opportunities, both CoreWeave and Nebius. Right now, more in the I prefer more the dollar cost instead of like the loading the truck. Loading the truck, I like below 100 for CoreWeave, but some people say, right, for an extra 10 percentage growth or 17 from those levels, are you really going to miss out on multi-bagger? And for that reason, I tend to do dollar cost average as well. Nebius, I mean, seen a massive pull up after the Microsoft deal. I would put this one more still very similar, dollar cost average as well. Any of these that you're buying heavy into, Neo, or are you still more like just dollar cost averaging?
So with Nebius, I bought yesterday. Here when it went under $90. Not a lot, because like I said, since it went up so much, I'm okay slowly but surely adding more and more shares. So I have time with this. I already have a nice position in Nebius. That's up significantly. But again, if I want to accumulate more and more shares, because I know that this is not the end game, I believe Nebius can be $100 billion company in the future. And so right now, when we're at 25 billion or so, still a multi-bagger potential. And so whenever we will have green, whenever we will have red days, I will definitely accumulate more shares. As for CoreWeave, which is a significantly smaller company position for me, it's a bigger company, smaller position for me. My average with this one is $91.91. So I'm up. But again, do I care that my average will be up if I buy more at 117? No, I just want more shares. But also, I mean, it's up 16.8% today. We'll see. We'll see if it can, because previously it did try to go above that technical line right here, which is the 50-day. If it doesn't, then we might see a pullback, and that might be a good opportunity for me to add more. As for Iron, I also own shares of Iron. This one is one where I will still keep it small right now, until we actually get some AI cloud movement inside the company or a contract. There's no reason for me to chase until we get the next chapter. You might say, yeah, but once we get the next chapter, you might have missed. I don't miss, because I have a position. That's the difference. I have a position which is already up significantly today. I think my average with Iron is now still under 20, or quite close to 20. It's small, it's 900 shares, but I am more focused on the other big ones, the CoreWeaves and the Nebius. So that's my strategy here. And remember, I also bought Nebius after the last earnings report, which is this move up right here. It
Yeah,
was at
that's when I got in.
$55. Yeah.
You
So
made me get in. You held me hostage and said if I didn't, I wouldn't be able to live stream with you again.
Oh, white Amit and Hispanic Amit are fighting.
But yeah, I mean, I was just reading. Yeah, you see, I'm pretty heavy in Nebius as well. After the pop, it's my third largest. Congratulations. Have a chunk of CoreWeave as well at 82. Again, I very much to Neil. I think both of these players are multi-baggers. So um, I'm hoping. I think in this market, if one succeeds, the other one succeeding is also pretty good.
Correct. And it does seem like they have the momentum. That's the thing. They have the momentum. They are getting quite a lot of attention. I mean, sometimes you just have to put the pieces together, right? They're very, very close with NVIDIA. OpenAI is close with NVIDIA. OpenAI is close with Oracle. Oracle just said that look at how much we're going to grow in the upcoming years. Y- I mean, it doesn't take a genius to put all the puzzle pieces together. And so,
Question here, Neil. Thoughts on SoundHound?
this thing.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a fan of SoundHound. The stock's been doing great. I just I don't know. One that I don't mind being not owning. I do believe there's in the voice AI, there's a nice amount of competitive pressure. I mean, even NVIDIA creates some pretty cool, unique solutions in this space. Maybe it's just that I don't know the true information or data that SoundHound provides, or the true technology. But I think the moat here is not as strong as I would like in the position. And for that, I'd rather I
I
don't need
mean,
to
not
own
as
every
strong.
single
It doesn't
I don't need a
exist.
I don't need to own every single AI company, right? It's I decided SoundHound is not the one for me. I rather own the AI infrastructure, and I can also see why maybe some people might say, "Jose, AI infrastructure doesn't have a moat within itself." Um, so not a fan here.
Yeah, me neither. Me
With the
neither.
AI trend, it can do well, right? That's not what we're trying to say here, right? I think this is a stock that, with the AI trend, can keep pulling up. If you own it, you could have some crazy returns. I just think in the long term, it's more about the trend for this one than the actual business. And people hoping
Correct.
for, hey, someone to say SoundHound's name in the next conference.
Yeah, because I mean, the only reason SoundHound popped on people's radar is because of the NVIDIA 13F from a year and a half ago or so. But it's a company that inorganically, organically doesn't grow fast anymore. It's through acquisitions. Plus, they burn a ton of money, and margins aren't even improving, which is another issue. And in my eyes, I just don't see how they have a competitive advantage. I don't see it.
Any other
Uh,
question? This is one that I've seen getting very popular lately. No data. I know people have been talking about it.
yeah.
That's the crazy thing is wow,
Whoa.
pretty nice. Pretty
Uh,
nice. It's
what
just
happened here?
I just don't have time to right. We don't have time to research every single company. But this was definitely getting some nice love. I forget. I feel like it helps with the AI companies and their data. That's why it has data in its name.
Yeah, but what I mean, earnings happened back here, and stock was up a day, then down, and then poof, like I don't know. We don't follow like Jose said, we don't follow every company out there. So, and with this AI stuff, it's quite difficult to follow every single move. Um, but Jose does
Ever
like this
heard
company,
which one?
Oscar.
Oh no, definitely.
Uh,
I mean, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. It's not. I just don't like it. I feel indifferent towards it.
Indifferent. He
Um,
he he doesn't like it because when he's not here, it goes up. When he's here, it goes down. um, Thoughts on Oscar? I will make a video Oscar tomorrow. There is a video coming out about Oscar. I own it. I am bullish on the company. I do own a tiny bit of Upsellera, but Upsellera is more like a very very long term call option. But because as you know, the company doesn't really do anything at the moment other than research.
yeah. A lot of people are also talking about this one, Neil.
I was just about to write this.
This is one that
Is
is
it
it
like a
another AI
hundred?
infrastructure player?
Yeah. Is it like no? Is it like $100 million company? One now 1.6, 1.65.
1.6 billion?
Yeah, billion. It's up 106% over the past month. Resolve AI. Of course, they had to add AI. Resolve AI. It's a
Oh, it
global
does
leader
have the
in
AI.
AI. Ah, yeah. Well, now we talked about this once. The AI-driven commerce thing.
It's coming
Uh,
back to me a little bit.
yeah. Remember we went on the website.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. AI that transforms commerce from search to checkout. You
Yeah.
remember this?
Yeah, kind of. Look pretty weird. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we were wondering what the strategic partnerships and initiatives. And
With
then you
Microsoft
said something like, "Oh, they use Microsoft Office."
and Google search.
I couldn't- Oh yeah, that I remember now.
It's like
uh,
someone made a meme because yesterday Apple came out with their with the Apple AirPods Pro that you say something in a language and it comes out in another language, and somebody was like, "Yeah, we're in early conversation with Sequoia for a capital raise or something," and then on the other side it said, "I sent an email to Sequoia."
I guess it's one of the
Uh,
things I had to read to laugh, but
Um, but yeah, I know maybe it's a very good company. I don't know.
yeah,
Maybe it's
yeah.
a very
Again,
good
we haven't
company.
followed it, so we get to laugh at it. But I'm pretty. Some people would like it. There has to be a reason for it to like it.
Yeah, it might very well be a very good company, and we're just idiots. Um, let's see what else do we have here. What other companies did we like look at
Uh,
them once and
a
forgot?
lot of companies are becoming popular. I mean, I see people now talking about like Wolfspeed and the Reverso. Um, it's
We had to with this one. We said it already twice that we had to just YOLO after the first huge restructuring BS bankruptcy. Like it went up
talk to
800%
Roberto. Talk to Roberto.
and then it went down.
Yeah,
Roberto, where were you?
yeah. Um, Now, I know we're probably going to close off in like 5 minutes.
Hmm.
So just take a few questions. AMAT and Lam Research, equipment space. I think will do good in the long term of things. These are ones that I believe will be market beaters in the long term. In the short term, you do have kind of a lot of the weakness with certain slowdowns in fabs, with just the purchasing of products. Luckily for applied materials and Lam Research, they also do focus in certain things that could help with advanced packaging. I know Applied Materials definitely does that a little bit more. So I think long term, if you're looking for a safe ETF approach, I think those two aren't bad. But are they going to be crazy, crazy market beaters? I wouldn't put my money in that.
And I would still choose Lamb Research over
Yeah,
the
I would choose
others.
Lam Research. Yeah. Lam Research, mainly because it does focus more on the memory side. And the man, I think, is going to continue to grow dramatically, Neil, for. And I know that's why you own your Micron. But memory is definitely going to be a massive, massive play for Lam Research.
Agreed. Apparently, according to Nuno here, Nuno or Nuno maybe, Alibaba is offering $3.17 billion in zero coupon convertible notes due 2032. So I assume the stock is down after hours, probably a little bit. Yeah, a tiny bit, not by much. And Jose, you have a super chat.
Yep. Thank you, Kimchi. Hey, Jose, thanks to you. I went heavy into CoreWeave. Appreciate your insight. You hit the buy button. You did it, but appreciate that. Means a lot.
Very nice picture on the golf course, by the
Yeah.
way.
This
This
guy's
is
rich,
this
rich. If you golf and you're rich, rich.
exactly, exactly. Couch, what does your friend, which
Friend,
is
who's
you,
that?
think about the big bunch of nothing long term? I know you said there is much better choices for now. Great guys.
I, I mean, these are stocks that can definitely create great results in the short term. Um, I'm not in it. I don't follow it. I don't like it. But it's heavy volatile. It's ones that are going to be very popular. I don't. Is this what a meme stock is considered? I don't know. But I think I just wouldn't. I think there's better opportunities in the long term where I feel like I can get great money and my risk is also not unlimited either. I feel with something like this, and again, it could be just my lack of knowledge of Big Bear Eye. I feel like obviously you have high risk, but you have high, re- high you have high reward potentials, but you have high risk. I'd rather just go to casino instead of this one though.
Yeah, going to Casino Vegas with Matt Vegas. I don't know if anyone has seen this guy on YouTube, but his shorts are making sure that I will not go to Vegas anytime soon. um, let's see. Navitas or Navitos. Sorry.
Over so they have a deal
The
that changes in. I
uh,
I don't know if it'll be that quickly, Gabriel. It definitely has the ability to change him. I mean, it's what are we sitting at, Neil? Less than $2 billion market cap right now. Um,
Probably something like that.
Less than $2 billion market
1.2.
cap.
Yeah, 1.2.
Yeah, 1.2. All right. So with 1.2, I think long term there is potential with this Nvidia deal. This is, and it's also important to remember it's not a deal, it's a partnership of technology innovation, and Nvidia has it with other players. So there's no guaranteed that Nvidia is going to choose Navitos, Navitas, I think it is.
Yeah, of course
Um,
it is.
Navitas. I don't think anyone's gonna. It's no guaranteed. There's a high chance they. I've listened to some of their conference calls, Neo, and they kind of explain why they believe they're going to be the winners. Obviously, every company does that. They do really focus, are one of the singular focuses within this space that is evolving, which they believe is a huge plus for them. But with Nvidia, they work with a lot of partners. I mean, they announced similar partnership with On Semiconductor, some power solutions with Texas Instrument. So if they can deliver with their technology, it could definitely be a winner, but it's not something that we're going to see, I think, quarter 1 of 2026. Maybe mid 2026 is where we would actually see some financial results. Obviously, though, price movements can happen beforehand, depending if management shares any great news. But this is more of like a speculative play with a great partnership, not a deal. And if they do really well with that partnership, it could lead to something better.
Wasn't this the one where we looked and on that blog post they said that only in 2030 something will they see like a huge.
Yeah, they said about $3 billion of opportunity, I guess, from that.
Yeah.
Um, so then, I mean, if I wonder if that was Tam or Sam. If it was Sam, that would be a little bit better. And then if you give it at least how much market share they can win, and then the price to sales ratio of 10, you can see the growth opportunity, which isn't a crazy thing. But this would be one that don't expect much from it from actual financial results in the short term. If you are building up, be prepared for volatility and be prepared for Nvidia to say, you know what, thank you guys for trying. We found somebody else.
Yeah, because they were not the only name on that list. They're one
Mhm.
of the names. Um, moderated OpenAI, open door OpenAI. Yes, same but different, but still same, but different. Um, this one is just crazy. Anyways, with that said, we we will be back tomorrow. We
We
will be
will.
back.
All right. And I like your test system. I do. Still room to grow. Yes. I think if I'm looking at those small build $1 billion, $2 billion companies, I like them if they're in the semiconductor equipment space. I think that's where we're getting a lot of excitement due to things like advanced packaging, backside backside power solutions, and all everything else happening in the semiconductor space. So um, small semiconductor equipment players are probably the ones I'm willing to gamble a little bit more in.
Yeah. Last quickly, because I've seen a lot of people ask, C3AI to me is nothing burger. There are 10 times better options out there. It's not the LeBron of AI, like Dan Ives called it a while ago. ASTS, I think it has run up a lot in anticipation of it generating quite a lot of revenue. We did see the stock get hit this week because of the Starlink acquisition of EchoStar, but yeah, I mean, the world is their total addressable market. So I guess there is there is enough for two players out there. But I will say that management's projections and promises from a couple of years ago to 2021, they said that already in 25 they would be generating, I think, $2 or $3 billion in revenue, and so today we're closer to zero than to $2-3 billion or so. But anyways, we will be back tomorrow morning for the market open. We'll do a quick Adobe earnings preview and talk about the CPI report that comes out tomorrow, because today we had PPI and tomorrow we have CPI. I did a poll on the channel here asking for what people think about the rate cuts next week. 55% say 25 basis points, 38, 50, and some people did have to put no cuts next week. That's just 8%. And so voila, that's it for us. Have